again, my name is Carrie McInerney. I'm going to be your SilverSneakers instructor today, and I have a great workout for all of us. We're going to start with a warm-up, and then we're going to go into some strength training using our weights that are tucked under my chair, and we're going to move on to using our band, and we're going to end with some cardio. We're going to use some really cool protocols today that you may or may not have heard of, and I will instruct you on those as we get further in the workout. You can sit or stand during this class. I will demonstrate both options. I encourage everyone to stand as much as they can, and then if they need to sit for some of the exercises, go ahead and sit. Let's start with a warm-up. I'm going to stand up out of my chair, and I'm going to step to the side of my chair, putting my hand right on the back, and we're going to start off with a nice light march. Each of these exercises here in the warm-up are going to be about 30 seconds long, just so you have an idea of what you're going to be working with. We're going to march here. Now, as you get used to it, we can start swinging our arms, maybe taking our hand off of the chair for support. Now, you can see you want to engage your core. So we're waking up our core, making sure it is engaged. Shoulders are down and back. Posture is nice and tall. 3, 2, 1. Let's transition to a toe tap. So now we're tapping our toe right in front of us. Tap that toe, point your foot. So you want to point your foot and tap, alternating left and right and left. Good. I like to swing my arms here, 2 90-degree angles on my arms, and I just tap lightly right in front of me. 3, 2, 1. Now I'm going to bat wings my arms out, and we're going to do some heel digs. So I'm going to dig my heel right in front of me, and I'm actually going to show this one seated as well. So you guys keep going. I'm digging my heel right in front of me, extending my leg out and bringing my arms up to the side of me. Right at shoulder height, 2 beautiful 90-degree angles in my elbows, and that shoulder is really getting a warm-up. You can slow it down if you need to. 3, 2, 1, and we're going to do some tiny little squats. So feet are underneath our hips, knees are slightly bent. We're going to hinge at the hips, bending our knees, and come on back up. Now I like to keep my arms in prayer in the front, and as I extend my knees, I like to bring my elbows back. Now you can keep your arms out in front when you do this. You can keep them to your sides, whatever feels really good for you. 5 seconds left. Let's get a little bit deeper on this last one, and let's practice that hinge. So from the side, put your pinkies right on your hip bone. You're going to hinge forward and come on back. Feet are directly underneath your hips. Knees are slightly bent. This is called a hip hinge, or I like to call it a hand sandwich. So we're making a sandwich with our hand, squeezing our glutes at the top, nice long back. Now you want to make sure you have about a fist size in between your chin and your chest. So I like to put my fist right here, and that's where my gaze is going. 3, 2, 1, and spinal rotation. I'm going to sit down for this one. You can stay standing. Arms are at chest height, and we're going to rotate our spine. This should feel really good. And if you're sitting, you can try to get your elbows to tap either side of that chair. Now your hips are staying front and center. They're not moving. You are just twisting your spine at that the thoracic spine, so the upper back. 3, 2, 1, and back to center. Let's get some arm circles. We want to warm up that upper body. So we started with our feet. We're working our way up. Go ahead and bring your arms parallel to the ground. Tiny little circles. Tiny little circles to the front of the room. Make sure you're breathing, and get your shoulders out of your ears. Think about it. Think that they are not friends, and we do not want them near each other. So bring your shoulders down and back. Good. And 3, 2, 1. Now let's bring them to the back of the room. So backward circles, core is engaged. firm foundation in that lower body. So my feet are underneath my hips. My weight is evenly distributed with my entire foot. Knees are slightly bent. We do not want to lock them out. 3, 2, 1. Now let's lower those arms nice and slow. Give me some big shoulder rolls to the back. This one should feel good. So we're going to stick with that upper body warm up. Bringing our shoulders down and back. Inhale and exhale. Again, you can sit or stand during any of these exercises in the warm up or in the workout. 3, 2, 1. Let's keep that warm up going and let's go to the front of the room. So shoulder rolls to the front of the room. Good. Warming up that upper body. You're going to see some shoulder work today. We're going to get our biceps, triceps, chest, our core and lower body. 3, 2, 1. Now we don't want to forget about our necks. So let's get those necks. I like to do yeses first. So let's go yes and yes. Up and down. Keeping your gaze with your head nice and slow. Warming up that neck. Feel the stretch. And at the end of class, we're going to stretch our neck doing the same thing. 3, 2, 1, and back to center. Now let's get big nose. Shake that head no, nice and slow. Good. Keep that going. 3, 2, 1. Let's end with a march. So let's march in place, getting that heart rate back up as we roll into the workout. Now we're going to march to the front and then we're going to march wide. I'm going to kind of explain how this class is going to go. We're going to get a 60-second rest after the warm-up is complete. And then we're going to start our supersets. So supersets mean we pair 2 exercises together. This time we're going to do a posterior and an anterior chain exercise. So we're going to start with our biceps and our back. 3, 2, 1. Now march out wide. Get those feet a little bit wider than your hips and march it out. It's a little funky. It feels a little awkward, but we are doing good things for that lower body. Now remember, if you want to sit down, doing the same thing. Bottom is on the chair, bringing our knees up. 5 seconds, team. 5 seconds left in 3, 2, 1, and relax. Shake that body out. I hope everyone's warm. We demonstrated a lot of the exercises we're going to see in the workout. You guys rest, grab some water. How's the music? Can everyone hear the music? Give me a thumbs up. Cool. I'm going to keep it at this volume. All right, so we're going to start with our weights. So we're going to start with a bicep curl and a row. I'm going to demonstrate those exercises for you now. Grab some water, rest your body. We're going to start with a bicep curl for 45 seconds. And then we're going to hinge, just like we saw in the warm-up, and we're going to row our arms back, getting that back. So we're getting a nice, big strength training in our back and our biceps for that first superset. Second superset, we're going to do some shoulder circles. So you might want to drop your weights with this one. We're going to go up, all the way up and down. And then we're going to do a back fly. So hinging again and bringing those arms out. And then we're going to work our lower body in the third superset. Let's get those arms up. Supine position, so our weights are facing the ceiling. And let's start lifting our biceps. Biceps are a really important muscle to train. We want to stay strong and healthy so we live a long, great life. And our biceps are used to pick things up and carry. So think carrying groceries to and from the car. We want to practice these daily activities so we can stay strong. 10 seconds left here. We're moving that weight down from our thighs all the way up to our shoulders and rest. Now let's get that back. Back and lats. So we're hinging forward, bending at the knees slightly, bringing and pulling those weights all the way back up to our hips and lowering nice and slow. So this one I like to think power on the way up, slow on the way down. Good. Now we're working our lats here. The lat is a big muscle in your back. It runs right beside your spine. Great for posture, great for back strength. 10 seconds left and we're gonna get a little bit of a break. Keep that row. 3, 2, 1, and rest. If you want to, you can go ahead and sit down. I'm gonna show you the next set sitting. So I'm gonna put my weights down. We're gonna start again in 5 seconds. This time we're gonna do our shoulders. So you can either drop your weights or decrease those weights. In 3, 2, 1, around the world. Nice big circles around the world. Now you're gonna find that the shoulder is a smaller muscle than the bicep in the back. That is why I dropped my weights. The smaller the muscle, the smaller the weight we want to use. So the bigger the muscle, like your legs, your quads, your glutes, you're gonna want a larger weight. The smaller the muscle, like our upper body muscles, we want a smaller weight. Nice job, keep this up. This is great range of motion in your shoulders. 5 seconds left, and we're gonna go to that back fly. So we are going from an anterior muscle, like the shoulders, to a posterior muscle, like our rear delt. And rest. Go ahead and grab those weights. We're gonna get a back fly. So I'm gonna show you from the side. Hinging forward, just like our row. We're gonna take those weights out beside us and down. So the goal is to get those weights parallel with the ground and come on down nice and slow. Now an option here would be to drop your weights, or you can sit down and hinge forward, getting our weights up and parallel with the ground. This is working our back side, namely our rear delt and our traps. So just like I said before, we're going from a front muscle to a back muscle. 10 seconds left. And we're gonna move on to a lower body exercise. 3, 2, 1, and relax. Now you can drop your weights if you want. These 2 lower body exercises, I'm gonna show you standing. So we're gonna do a squat, and we're gonna do a hip extension. So we're gonna bring that leg back. In 3, 2, 1, feet slightly wider than those hips. Make sure your weight is in your heels. So the weight of your body is in your heels as we squat. We are bending at the knee, so we have some knee flexion, and we're hinging at those hips, just like I showed you in the warm-up. So bending at the knee, hinging at the hips. Range of motion is going to be completely up to you. Squeezing those glutes at the top. Our weights are coming right beside us. We have full control of our weights. They're not wailing and flailing around. We have control. We have focus. Nice work, everyone. Keep this going. 3, 2, 1. Now you can hold on to those weights, or you can set them on your chair and hold on to the back of a chair. We're gonna get one side. So right now I have my left leg coming back behind me, and this is hip extension. So if you put your hand on your hip, you'll be able to feel that muscle extending in the back and bringing in. This is great for balance. So we're promoting balance here. We're really practicing our balance as we take our leg back and bring it to the front again. 3, 2, 1. Now remember what leg you worked, because our next set we're gonna work our other leg. Go ahead and grab your weights if you had them on the chair. 30-second break now. So we have a little bit of a bigger break. Those are gonna be your 3 supersets. We are gonna repeat that one more time. So you get a second chance to perform and perfect those exercises. We're gonna start here in 5 seconds. I'm gonna stand up. You can sit if you want. Big shoulder roll back. We're gonna start with that bicep curl in 3, 2, 1, let's curl. So your weights are supinated. Your palm of your hand is facing the ceiling, starting with extension of the elbow and ending with flexion of the elbow, and then we come back down. You can feel your muscle contract at the top and then lengthen as we bring it down to the bottom. Remember, biceps are used to carry things, so we want to make sure we are keeping them strong. We're growing that muscle, and we're practicing those daily activities that we do every single day. We're going to go into our row here, and 3, 2, 1, and hinge. This time, our weights are facing each other, so the palms of our hands are facing each other. Our gaze is at the ground, so don't be looking up at me. I promise I'm not doing anything tricky or fancy. Look down at the ground. Weight is evenly distributed in your feet. Knees are slightly bent. You're hinged forward, and we're bringing our weights from our knees, starting position, arms extending, all the way up to our hips. Elbows are bent, and we're holding it there for a 1 or 2 count. The longer you hold that pause, the more muscles you're going to develop. So right here, if you hold and down, it's challenging. 3, 2, 1, and rest. All right, go ahead and stand up nice and tall. Here's your rest. If you need some water, go ahead and grab it. We have about 10 seconds left on the rest. Now this is our shoulder exercise. I'm going to put my weights underneath my chair, and I'm going to sit down for this one. You at home can sit or stand in 3, 2, 1, and work. So we're bringing our arms all the way up overhead. Good. And back down nice and slow. All the way up overhead. Now, great. You guys have such good range of motion. Now remember, you can hold your weights. If they're smaller, that is fine. I just want to make sure that you are not going to hurt your shoulders. So I'm doing body weight alone, which you're still keeping up with the integrity of the exercise. I'm just not using any weights. 3, 2, 1. Now I'm going to take my legs out. I'm going to hinge forward, grab my waist from under my chair. This one I'm going to stand up for, and I'm going to do a back fly. So this one is we fly those arms right out to the side of us and lower. Now let's play with the tempo. So let's try to zoom those weights up and lower nice and slow. So we want to power on the way up, pause for a second, and lower nice and slow. We are hinged forward. So knees are bent, hinged forward at those hips. Glutes are engaged. Glutes are your stabilizing muscles. Same with your quads. Your core is also stabilizing you, and we're working our back side. 3, 2, 1, and relax. 15 seconds break. I'm going to keep my weights in my hand. We're going to transition right into those squats. So I'm going to stand on this side of the chair. Feet slightly wider than your hips. Find your good stance. Everybody's body is made totally different. 3, 2, 1, let's squat. My legs are very long, so a narrow squat doesn't really feel too good to me. So I like my squat to be a little bit wider than my hips. So you gotta feel what feels right for you. Your knees are not protruding over your toes, yet they're driving through those 3 middle toes. We're hinging at those hips. Spine is nice and long and straight. We're coming down and back up. Now think about how many times we squat every day. We squat to sit down on a chair. We squat to sit on the couch. We squat to sit on the toilet. So this is another great functional activity that we do every day that we want to keep like a well-oiled machine. 3, 2, 1. Now I'm going to put my weights on my chair. I'm going to hold on to my chair with one arm, and we're going to get that hip extension. Again, remember, this is promoting balance. We're standing on one leg. Gaze is straight ahead of you. You're taking your leg back and bringing it in. Now, can you feel what muscle you are working here? Of course, you're getting your hip flexor, you're stretching that out, but you should also feel your hamstrings engaged the back of your leg, as well as your glute, namely your glute medius. And that's going to be the upper portion of your glute. 3, 2, 1, and rest. All right, team, go ahead and grab some water. We're going to get a longer rest in between sets. So that was our supersets. We're going to move on to a protocol called TripleSets, and we're going to use our band. So go ahead and tuck your weights under your chair. You always want to make sure your weights are tucked under your chair for safety. We don't want to, especially if we're the type of participant that stands sometimes and sits sometimes, we really want to make sure that our weights and our area is clean. That's going to prevent falls. So I like to keep my weights under my chair. I'm going to show you the 3 exercises we're going to do during TripleSets. Now, think TripleSets. 3 exercises, 3 sets of work. Each exercise is going to be 45 seconds in length. Our first exercise is a band pull down. So we're going to take that band. We're going to start with it overhead, and we're going to pull it down and then back up. So it gets narrow at the top and wider as it gets to our chin level. The next exercise is going to be a tricep pull down. So we're going to take that band in one hand. We're going to cross that body midline, and we're going to pull down and work our tricep. That's the back of our arm. Our final exercise is going to be a scapular fly with a step back. So we're going to take our band right in front of us, chest height. As we step back, we're going to pull that band and out. Pull it out and step back, okay? I'm going to walk you through all of those, so it's okay if you've never seen those exercises before. We're going to start here in 3, 2, 1. Let's get that pull down. I'm going to start with sitting. So we're going to bring that band way up overhead. Make sure it is tight as we pull it down and as we bring it up. So this is a band pull down. We're getting the back side of our body again. So that upper back is where we're really hitting. You can also feel it in your triceps, biceps, forearms. Think about those stabilizing muscles. I would say my chest is stabilizing and my core is stabilizing. We want to make sure we have strong wrists, so we don't want our wrists to bend. We're starting at the top and we're making that band go from narrow to wide right here. 3, 2, 1. Pick a side, any side. I'm going to start with crisscrossing in my front. I'll stand up for this one. Arm is starting at a 90-degree angle. Make sure that band is really tight at that 90-degree angle, and we're pulling down and bringing that band back up. So we're pulling down that band and bringing it back up. And you can see the arm that is holding onto the band at shoulder height is crossing my body midline. So that band is right at my shoulder height. I'm holding it tight with one arm and pulling the band down with the other arm. And you're going to feel this in the back of your arm, in your tricep. 5 seconds left, and we're going to have our fly with our step back. 3, 2, 1. This is a scapular fly with a step back. So I'm going to show you from the side. So as we pull our band out, like so, we're going to step back. So we're going to step back and bring it back in. Step back and bring it back in. Now you can hold on to your band depending on the resistance with the handles. I'm holding on to the band in the tubing so it's nice and tight and I get a good resistance. So from the front, I'm pulling the band out and I'm stepping back. Pulling the band out, stepping back. We're alternating legs. Alternate those legs. 3, 2, 1, and relax. Roll those shoulders down and back. Good job, guys. So we have a little bit of a break here. We have a 30-second break in between each triple set. So go ahead and grab some water. How's everyone doing? Thumbs up, doing good, enjoying the fitness? Good, everyone can hear me well. I'm gonna check the chat really quick. All right, We're gonna start here again in 3, 2, 1. Now my bottom is gonna be on the chair. So when we sit in our chair, if you are getting fatigued and now is the time in class where sitting feels a little bit better than standing, go ahead and sit. Everybody's fitness level is going to be different, and everyone's 100 is going to be different on a day-to-day basis. You might be feeling under the weather, and typically you stand all class, but maybe sitting is going to feel a little bit better to you, and that's okay. Remember to work for you to your fitness level that particular day. Good. We're coming up narrow, wide, keeping those shoulders down and back. Chest is proud. Think about your engaging muscles. So my core is turned on for sure. It is stabilizing me. 3, 2, 1. I'm going to stand up for this one. This time I'm going to take that opposite arm, cross that body midline, and we're going to get our opposite tricep. So we are pulling that band down. Again, make sure you have nice straight wrists. We don't want our wrists to bend in any way. We want to keep them nice and straight. If you feel like your wrist is kind of going out or in, that means your resistance is too high, and just slightly lighten up the band a little bit. So we're going from a bent 90-degree angle right here, pulling that band down, feeling it in the back of your arm in your tricep. 10 seconds left. Keep going. We have our step back. On deck in 3, 2, 1. And I'm going to switch to the side view. Hands are right at chest height. We're going to step back, pull that band, and release. Step back, pull that band, and release. Now when we release, you're going to want to fight that resistance. It's going to want to snap back together, but you really have to fight and make sure that you are in control of that band. Step it back and in. Cores in nice and tight. Now if you were sitting and doing this, I would take back the step and just do that scapular fly right here. That is totally fine. Make sure you're breathing. Always breathe during your exercises. And if it feels icky, if you feel pain, you always want to make sure you stop doing that exercise. Maybe drop the band and go body weight alone. 3, 2, 1, and relax. Team, we have made it to the third and final set of our triple sets. So we learned all about supersets with our weights. We're doing bands for triple sets. Our final block is going to be Tabata, and it's going to be mainly cardio. So this is the last time that we're going to use equipment for this class. We have about 10 seconds left on the rest. Big shoulder roll back. Let's get that band pulled down for the last time in 3, 2, 1. Arms are all the way up overhead, nice and narrow. Pull it down and bring it back up. Cores in tight. Now if you're sitting, your feet are a firm foundation. 2 90-degree angles with your legs. Your bottom is right in the middle of the chair, and your back is away from the chair, sitting up nice and tall. Gaze is right out to the front. There's a beautiful space between your chin and your chest. It's about the size of an orange or the size of your fist. Pull that down, bring it back up. 10 seconds left. 3, 2, 1. Now I'm going to ask you to do some fancy work here. We're going to start with one side and pull down, and then halfway through, we're going to switch sides. So we're doing our tricep pull down. My right arm is crossing my body midline. My left arm is pulling that band down. Think about your wrist, making sure that they're not bending. They're nice and straight. Think about your core and how it's engaged. Think about your stance, a great foundation with your feet. We have to be safe when we exercise. Let's switch sides. So now my left arm is crossing that body midline. My right tricep is doing the work. Make sure that band is tight enough that you feel the resistance. And we're only bringing it up to right there. So your forearm is going to be parallel with the ground. You're going to have a 90-degree angle in your elbow. 3, 2, one. Let's get that scapular fly. Take that band right in the middle of your thumbs and forefingers. Put your fingers on that band and step back and bring it in. Step back and bring it in. Inhale and exhale. Take a nice big step back. Good. Keep this up. Gaze is straight ahead. Focus on your form. Nice long spine. Core is in tight. This is another great balance exercise. We are performing with our upper body, stepping back with one leg, with our lower body, so core has to be ignited. It has to be engaged for stability. 3, 2, 1, and rest. I'm going to get one more on the other side. All right, guys, that's it for your bands. No more equipment for the rest of class. Go ahead and grab some water. We have a really nice 60-second break. How's everyone doing? Check your heart rate, check your fitness, see if you need to tone it down a little bit. Maybe you feel really good and this last cardio push is going to bring it up. So just check your body, get in tune to how you feel right now. Now, this last protocol is one of my favorites. It's called Tabata. It's where we work for 20 seconds and then we get a 10-second break. The first exercise we're going to do is going to be a get up. So we're going to sit in our chairs, we're going to stand up, and we're going to sit back down. Stand up and sit back down. So we're going to do that for 20 seconds. 4 times. The next 4 exercises are going to be high knee marches. So you can either sit or stand for this one, but we're going to get our knees really high in the air. And 3, 2, 1, let's work. So we're going to stand up and sit down. Good. Make sure that chair is right underneath you. We're going as fast as we can. Remember, this is our cardio portion. So we want our heart health now. Squeeze those glutes at the top. One more and rest for 10 seconds. Get that rest in. 3, 2, 1. Here is number 2. So each Tabata has 8 cycles. This is cycle number 2. Squeezing your glutes at the top. 10 seconds left. Standing up and sitting down. We're really going to feel this in our lower body, guys. Squeeze those glutes. Last one. And rest. Here's number 3. This is going to be our 3rd cycle. Feet underneath. 3, 2, 1. Rise up and down. Good. Now you can use your arms to help you get up off that chair. Squeeze those glutes and back down. Pushing ourselves up and down. 5 seconds left. 3, 2, 1, and okay. Rest for 10 seconds. Now this next one is going to be the high knee march. I'm going to stand up for it. You can sit or stand. Here we go. 20 seconds on the clock. Get those knees up nice and high. Good job. Elbows to the back of the room. We want our fingertips together. We want them blading through the air. Keep this up. 3, 2, 1, and rest. All right, guys. Rest, rest, rest for 10 seconds. We have 3 more cycles, then we get a nice long 60-second break. 3, 2, 1, let's work. This is cycle number 2. So this is our 2nd cycle for our marches. Inhale and exhale. How's everyone's heart rate? We want to make sure it's climbing. It's getting up there. 5 seconds left. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Rest for 10. We're going to get back on in 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, 2 more. This is number 7. Number 7. Remember, each Tabata has 8 cycles. Elbows are to the back of the room. Core is in tight. I'm going to challenge you. Can you get your knees up a little bit higher? Keep that core in tight. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Rest, rest, rest. Good. How's everyone feeling? All right, last one. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, and work. This is our last one. You get 60 seconds of rest after. Let's give it our all. Elbows to the back of the room. Nice athletic stance. Shoulders are down and back, and core is in tight. Keep this going. You got this. You got this. Nice. I see so much work going on down there. And rest. Let's sit down. Go ahead and rest your body. Heart rate should be elevated. Grab some water. Our next 2 exercises are going to be cardio based as well. Sitting or standing. You guys rest. I'm going to demonstrate the exercises. So we're going to get a jack where we step out, fingertips overhead. Standing, it's going to look like so. Fingertips are all the way up and we're stepping, tapping that foot from side to side. The second cardio exercise, hands on the hips. We're going to bend our knees. We're going to take 2 steps to the side and 2 steps back. So you might need a little bit of space during that second exercise. Now, the first time we did our Tabata, we did 4 and 4. This time, we're going to keep alternating. So we're going to do exercise 1, exercise 2, exercise 1, exercise 2. I'm not going to clump them together. So we have about 30 seconds left on the rest. We want to make sure we fully recover. If you have a watch, you can check your heart rate. We want to make sure we fully recover before we start the next Tabata. So we're going to start here in 15 seconds. Starting with those jacks, I'm going to demonstrate seated first, and then I will go on from there. 5 seconds left. Let's get prepared, get ready. We have our jacks in 3, 2, 1. Let's work. So all the way up overhead, fingertips are touching at the top, stepping that foot out to the side and back in. Remember, we're only working for 20 seconds, so we really want to give our all during that 20 seconds. 3, 2, 1, let's rest. Now remember, we're going to move on to exercise number 2. Exercise number 2 are those side steps. So I'm going to bend my knees a little bit. Here we go. Bending our knees, nice long straight spine. We're going from left to right, right to left. 2 big steps. Make sure you have no equipment underneath you. You don't want to trip and fall over anything. 5 seconds left. I like to keep my arms right at chest center, just like I'm holding a dumbbell, and relax. Now I'm going to show you the first exercise standing. So I'm right in front of my chair. 3, 2, 1, let's jack. Step it out and back in. Step it out and back in. Now once we get the hang of our jack, we want to speed it up a little bit. Right to your fitness level. Good. 5 seconds left. This is Tabata number 3. This is cycle number 3. And rest. This time I'm going to show you those side steps sitting. So if you're sitting, you can still do the side steps and work. So my hands are underneath my chair. I'm holding on for support. I'm stepping 1 foot out to the side, tapping and bringing it back in for 20 seconds. 5 seconds left on the clock. Keep that core in tight, guys. 3, 2, 1, and rest. That was cycle number 4. So we're halfway through that Tabata already. I'm going to stand up, big shoulder roll back, core is in tight. Here we go. Up and overhead. Up and overhead. Make sure we are tapping that foot to the side. Bringing our hands all the way up. Arms are fully extended. Tap that foot out to the side. And 3, 2, 1, and rest. Big shoulder roll back. We have our side steps. I love these. These are great for those side glutes. 3, 2, 1, let's work. 1, 2, 1, 2. Remember, knees are slightly bent. We're taking big steps to the side, keeping that foot, our feet are parallel. So the outside of the foot is parallel with the wall or with your other foot. And rest. All right, We have 2 more. 1 more of each exercise. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Up and out. How's your heart rate? It should be elevated. That's what we're doing here. We are doing cardiovascular fitness, body weight alone. I like to leave my cardio for the end. It really gives a little bit of a push. 3, 2, 1, and relax. Big shoulder roll back. Last time for our side steps. Let's get ready. 3, 2, 1, and step. Step to the side. 20 seconds of work left. That's it. Now see if you can maybe get a little bit lower with your steps. Feel that side glute working. 5 seconds left. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Go ahead, right back up. Big shoulder roll back. Big shoulder rolls back. We're gonna get a cool down and then we're gonna go into some stretching. So I'm gonna step to the side of my chair. Shoulder rolls down and back. We're gonna get our swimmers. So we're gonna end our class, begin our cool down with some swimming. Let's get a front stroke. So we're gonna get freestyle right here. We never wanna stop moving right after cardio. We always wanna lower our heart rate nice and slow while moving. So that's what we're gonna do here in our cool down. We're gonna keep our heart rate a little bit high, but it's gonna come down naturally. 10 seconds left for this swim. We're gonna go to backstroke. Getting some swimming in now that we're crawling into spring. I wish we were sprinting into spring, but that's not the case. And let's get a backstroke. Big shoulder rolls to the back. Now again, you can do these sitting or standing. Totally up to you. Good class, guys. Great work. 10 seconds left. We're gonna get that breaststroke here in 3, 2, 1, and I'm gonna finish on this side. Let's get the breaststroke down and around. So bringing our arms circling around, nice big strokes here. Our hands are meeting at our chest and we're bringing them forward. Palms of our hands are together, circling around. 15 seconds left for this one. We have our butterfly last. Heart rate should be lowered. 3, 2, 1, and let's get that butterfly up and over. Again, butterfly really promotes great range of motion in our shoulders. Really good shoulder health. That shoulder complex is really getting a good stretch and really getting some good mobility when we do our butterflies. 3, 2, 1, and relax. Shake those arms out. Let's get some stretching. I'm gonna sit down for a portion of the stretch. So when we warmed up, we started with our lower body and worked our way up. Let's stretch and cool down, and let's start with our upper body. So we're gonna start with our necks. So go ahead and give me a big old yes. Look up to the ceiling, hold that stretch there. And when you're ready, go ahead and bring your chin to your chest, hold that stretch there. Make sure you're breathing through the stretches. And when you're ready, bring that head back to neutral. Give me a no. So let's get a shoulder, a chin to shoulder stretch. Relax that upper body. Inhale and exhale. We did so many good things for our bodies today. Learned some new protocols. Hopefully learned some new exercises as well. And let's get the other side. So go ahead and bring your chin to your shoulder. I hope you were challenged. I hope the exercise felt good and well for your body. What a gift we have in exercise. And when you're ready, go ahead and face forward again. Now let's get our ear to our shoulder. This one's gonna feel really good. Ear to shoulder, and then I like to bring my opposite arm and just kind of pull it down, and you can kind of ignite that stretch a little bit deeper in your neck. Ear is coming to the shoulder, pushing down with that opposite hand. Hold it here for 3, 2, 1, and neutral head. Let's go back to the other side. Ear comes to shoulder, push down. Inhale, exhale. Heart rate should be lowering. By the end of the warm-up, our heart rate should be back to normal. Homeostasis is in our bodies throughout. 3, 2, 1, and relax. Let's get a shoulder stretch. So get your shoulders down and back. Cross that body midline. Basic shoulder stretch. Thumb is to the ceiling. High-fiving the air. Really see if you can get those fingertips separated. Stretch out those hands. Man, does that feel good. Hold that shoulder stretch. Sometimes I like to go up and down if you have the mobility in your shoulder. That feels really good to me. And 3, 2, 1. We're going to switch sides, but before we do, let's get a chest opener. We worked our chest today. Lots of stabilization in our chest. It was a stabilizing muscle, which means it was ignited during a lot of those shoulder workouts. 3, 2, 1, and it was definitely turned on with our band workouts. Now let's get the opposite arm, cross that body midline, high-five the air, separate those fingers, try to pull them apart as best as you can. Come up and down, if that feels good to you. If it doesn't, just hold the stretch. 3, 2, 1, let's get our biceps. So shoulders are down and back, sitting up nice and tall in your chair. Bring both hands together, clap them together, and what you're gonna do is you're gonna bend one wrist down. This is a really great wrist stretch as well. So we are extending our wrists, and that's gonna go all the way up to your bicep. You should feel that in your bicep and your wrist. And when you're done there, go ahead and other side, slightly pulling that palm of your hand towards you. Never should you feel any pain during the stretches. 3, 2, 1. Now let's get our back. So we're gonna put our hands together again, and I just want you to kind of pull forward as if somebody is as if I were taking your hands and pulling them. But I'm not coming down, I'm not hinging, I'm just pulling my back. And you should really feel that here in your lats, your delts, a great shoulder and back pull. 3, 2, 1. Let's get our triceps. So take one hand, put it right in the center of your back, like you're high-fiving your back. Opposite arm comes across your head, and I'm holding right below my elbow. So I'm holding my arm right below my elbow, stretching out our triceps. Remember, we did those triceps push downs with our bands 3 times. That was our triple set. And when you're ready, you can switch high fives on the back. Hand goes to the opposite arm, right underneath your elbow. High five your back. Maybe give it a little tap. Tell it how well it did today working. We did lots of back work today. Back work is great for posture, team. Great for posture. And relax. Now let's get a spinal stretch. So just like the warm-up, except for not in a dynamic movement, I'm going to take one arm, I'm going to put it on the opposite thigh on the outside, and I'm just going to twist my spine and hold. And although we didn't advertently work any of our core exercises, man, it was engaged the whole time, especially with that cardio. And other side, so my opposite hand is crossing that body midline, going to my quad on the outside, twisting that spine. 3, 2, 1. Let's end with a hinge. So feet come out wide. Feet are out wider than the chair. We're going to hinge forward. feel that in your lower back. This might be the only time I say to tuck your chin, but you can tuck your chin here. Tuck your chin to your chest. Hands are right above your knee, never on your knee. We don't ever want to put any pressure or weight on our knees. We want to avoid injury as much as possible. And when you're ready to kind of come out of that hinge, go ahead and lift yourself one vertebrae at a time. Big shoulder roll back. Thank you, team, for joining me. I appreciate it all. You guys did wonderful. I hope you learned some new exercises. Your body was challenged, and I thank you for moving your body and making it a priority. I will see you next time. Bye-bye.